Purple Parlor. Is it episode 50? It's episode 50, right?
Yeah, it's
Welcome to
episode
Purple
50.
Parlor, episode 50, man. It's your boy SK Rap. Unfortunately, we got some bad things to talk about, but we're going to get right down to it right after this.
I say the same. I say the same. I say the same. Alright.
Welcome in, everybody. Purple Parlor, episode 50, man. Before we get to the game and all the bad stuff, episode 50, Rap. Halfway to 100, dog.
Episode 50, man. Let's go. Big 50. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting us from episode 1 all the way to 50, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Hey, I'm proud of it. I think we're building something good over here. I mean, it's really just the beginning. So, hey, just stick with us. Let's keep rocking out. Episode 50 ain't a good one, though, as far as the Minnesota Vikings is concerned. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, man. As you can see, Randy's not here with us. He's dealing with some stuff. Some personal
He's on
stuff.
vacation. He's on vacation.
Yeah, he's on vacation.
Yeah,
Nothing
family
bad.
time. Family time. Yeah.
But me and Rap are gonna rock out tonight like the good old days. You know how we do. But we're gonna make a little bit of a shorter show tonight because we're having some technical difficulties over here with my stuff. So excuse my audio if the audio is not sounding right on your guys' end. But we had to come on here and talk about what we just saw yesterday. And look, you're gonna be getting this from the JJ McCarthy leaders of the fan club over here. If you guys didn't know, which I'm sure you guys already do, we're both Michigan fans. So we love JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy can't do no wrong in our eyes. But I feel like we got some things to talk about today, Rap.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vikings lose. We'll start with the big picture here. 19-17. We should have stole that game. I mean, we had no business being in that game with how the offense and JJ McCarthy were looking, but we had a chance to win that game. We went up with under a minute left, and special teams imploded for us, giving up a big return, getting the Bears in field goal range, and then eventually kicking the field goal to win as time expired. How are we feeling about the loss against the Chicago Bears, man?
I mean, obviously, it doesn't feel good to lose a game like that, and it's not even about the special teams. Like, yes, I'm upset about allowing that, but to be honest with you, man, it shouldn't have came to that anyways. So, like, this is the thing: even if the Minnesota Vikings would have squeaked that out, right, it wouldn't have. It wouldn't have put a Band-Aid on all the other things that are wrong with this football team right now. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's deeper than JJ McCarthy. I know we're gonna get into JJ McCarthy, and yes, he's gonna get criticized like he should. But I also, I did a video today just saying, man, I had to think about it last night to myself because I kind of went off on him a little bit in my post-game show just because the emotions are running high at the time. Man, but look, man, this team just played bad yesterday. The defense did okay, but like the Bears aren't a good football team, and I'm just being honest with you. I know we lost to them, but like they're not a good football team, man. They're a fraudulent 6-3 football team. That is what it is. Wow, you turned upside down.
I have no idea how that happens, y'all.
What the hell? You look weird as shit.
Like I said, you guys, we're having some technical difficulties over here. But
flip your phone, like flip it or something.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, that's weird.
There you go.
But now I gotta hold my camera the entire show, so let's have fun. But yeah, man, it to me, I felt like the defense played good. I had nothing really against we gave up 17 points, and outside of that, you have the 2 turnovers by JJ McCarthy, the 2 bad interceptions. And then you have obviously special teams doing what they did at the end of that game. But this game, man, it came down to JJ McCarthy. Plain and simple. Like I I can't sugarcoat it. I can't, I can't fight it. Like, this game was on JJ McCarthy's shoulders. Now, granted, when we really needed him at the end of that game, that one drive, he came through and got it for us. And what's crazy is that we went from Sam Darnold and Kirk Cousins, who are guys that are great the majority of the season or the majority of the game. But when things get tight and you need one drive from these guys to win a game or go tie it up, they end up shitting the bed. JJ McCarthy's the opposite. I mean, like, we're getting what we wanted, but we're not getting what we weren't appreciating before, in a sense. So when the game was on the line and we needed JJ McCarthy to go win the game for us, he went out there and he won the game for us. But special teams gave it up. So JJ McCarthy, the majority of this game, was absolutely terrible. Like, I've never seen him play that bad in my entire life. And I've been watching JJ McCarthy for the past 7 years. So it was cringy. It was a cringy performance.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, he definitely looked bad out there, man. And this is the thing. Even JJ McCarthy, and this is going to be the main topic tonight for sure, because this leaks into a bunch of other things, like, what does Justin Jefferson feel? How does Kevin O'Connell feeling at this point right now? Which I think the reality is, I think they understand. I think us fans probably are going to panic a little more than what inside the building is going to panic, because they see practice. They know it's 5 games. They also know that this is the hardest position to play in the world of sports. Okay. Yeah. Now, that's not trying to make excuses for him, but what I am saying is it's facts. All right. So as fans, we sit back and we quick to, we see a bad game and, well, he's a butt. He ain't ready. He's not going to be good. Boom, boom, boom. It takes a little bit of time. And this is what we signed up for, man. As Vikings fans, it's kind of what we've been asking when we go back to all the mock seasons, all the mock seasons and things like this. And you can look at every other quarterback in that draft other than Jaden Daniels, because Jaden Daniels played out of his mind his rookie year, right? And you can maybe add Bo Nix if you want, but I think he was just a kind of a system type of guy. But Drake May last year, all these dudes last year, Michael Penix, when they put him in, bro, these fan bases were like, they were saying the same thing we're saying right now. Yo, this dude ain't ready. This is a buzz. This is a bad pick. This, that, and the third. I mean, I think it's just part of it. We're just late to the party because our quarterback didn't get an opportunity last year. So now we're just going through the same thing that those same fan bases were going through last year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, for real.
We got held back.
We got held back. That's all. Yeah. We're just late to the party, man. That's it, man. Next year, this time, we should be having a whole total different conversation.
Yeah, and if we want to look, we can move to the positives now, because I think the biggest negative was obviously JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
Outside of that was maybe the situational, I mean, obviously special teams, but then the situational run defense, to where at the end of that game, to where we did give up a long kick return, but they got down to the 40. That would have made it a 57-yard field goal. I think their kicker missed a 54-yarder earlier. But they kind of ran it in close enough field goal range to make it a manageable field goal, to where a 57, 55-ish yard field goal turned into, what was it, a 48 or something, a 47-yard field goal, something like that. Yeah. So, and those couple of yards could have made a difference, seeing how that kick kind of went and how close it was to that upright. Mm-hmm. But situational run defense, that's kind of been the topic of conversation. Maybe not so much as the JJ McCarthy and the play calling and all that, but we're good the majority of the game. But when it comes to situational run defense and we need to get a stop, they can't get a stop. So I think that was probably the only negatives that really come to mind initially for me. I don't know if you can think of any other negatives out of that game besides those.
I mean, not being able to finish on sacks. You know, like, I mean,
Like,
Caleb Williams,
that's
I hate playing Caleb Williams, bro. Like
yeah.
this dude, dog. Like one thing I give him, bro, escape artist, bro. You know that thing in Madden where they give you the escape artist X factor. Man, they better give Caleb Williams that shit because not only does it against us, he does it against everybody. Like he has a real good sense in the pocket where you cannot goddamn you cannot take this dude down. You know what I mean? You just can't take this dude down. But like other than that, I mean, it's just it's one of those deals where listen, this team is just playing bad football all around. It's easy to put this on a rookie quarterback. I know some people are saying, I know shout out to the chat too. Shout out to Eva for the 199. And shout out to Dell in the building,
Yeah,
man.
Delton, man.
He going off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hold on, I wanted to find a comment. He said, here we go. Adrian said, agreed, but this team has more talent than those other teams. And I agree with you, Adrian. I agree with you. Like he's going back to, you know, the Vikings are more talented than the Patriots last year and more talented than the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
I get that. But playing quarterback, especially in Kevin O'Connell's system, is hard, bruh. Like, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. It seems like it's hard. Maybe not hard for a veteran to come in that has already, you know, played multiple seasons and kind of knows the speed. I think a lot of what we're seeing with JJ McCarthy, the issue is him not being up to speed. I think that's more of the problem than anything. I think he's underestimating the speed of the players in the NFL. Like he has to get used to it. And it's not going to happen in 1 game, 2 games, 3 games. I think it's going to take some time. You know what I mean? It might take a couple months. So be it. Who gives a shit, man? We here to chill and watch him develop. Listen, in the offseason, if he plays the next 6 games like he played yesterday, then okay, we'll have a conversation and say, you know what, boy might be a bust. All right, we might just have to call it for what it is, or at least he's leaning towards that, right?
Yeah.
But I still think that 5 games is still not enough. Like, yes, did he look bad? Absolutely. Absolutely, he looked bad. You know what I'm saying? He looked really bad. Really bad. I expect more, but it's still 5 fucking football games. We need to see more, man. Hold your horses.
Now, let's get to the positive because there was some positives in this game, regardless of how upset we are with the result and how JJ McCarthy looked. And even from JJ McCarthy, there were some positives, believe it or not. Obviously, that last drive was his best drive. He was dotting them up. He looked great. And then led us downfield, took the lead. That's a positive. Outside of that, all the bad throws, obviously, the inaccuracy, you're skipping balls, you're overthrowing guys. The thing is, you're making the right read. At least you're seeing the defense, you're getting it to the right guy, but you're not getting it to the right guy. And then we know exactly why it's happening. This isn't something to where we're scratching our heads and we're like, why is he so inaccurate? And why is he this? And why is he that? We know why. It's mechanics. It's footwork. Now, next year, if we're talking about the same thing about mechanics and footwork, then we got a problem. But 5 starts into it, and it's mechanics and footwork and NFL game speed. I can deal with that because that can be coached up. That can be fixed because supposedly, well, it's to be determined. We have the right coach to do that. So hopefully we'll be able to see some improvement. Now, I have noticed a difference in the last 2 games compared to the game before. He's a little less amped. Like the game before going into, you saw him pregame and like he just looked really like hyped up, and which is cool. I love that. Or his alter ego 9 came out or whatever. You see the difference to where he was really amped up and you can tell he's a young guy. This one, he seemed a little more calm. He seemed a little more even keeled. Now, I'm talking outside of his gameplay. I'm just talking about his demeanor. He seemed a lot more calm. So I like what I'm seeing with that. And we're getting him to produce in the right moments. We just need him to do it consistently over an entire game, which I think he'll get there. So positives with JJ McCarthy. Now, KOC, we ran the ball, Rap. How did you feel about the play calling in this game? Me personally, I liked it. I think KOC called a really good game against the Bears.
I think it was. I'll say I think it was better. You know what I'm saying? I think it was better, but like what still bothers me is when I see a player in Jordan Mason averaging 7.2 yards a carry, but yet you still only give him the ball 6 times in that whole game. I mean, to me, that's a problem. I mean, I don't give a damn. Like, listen, if the game tells you that they can't stop the run, you have to commit to that. I don't care. I still have an issue. Like, yes, he ran the ball 22 times yesterday compared to only 13 the week before, whatever the case was. So, all right, let's give him his damn flowers. You want to know why? Because the fan base was loud. Everybody was loud and telling him, like, bruh, come on, man. What are you doing? And it probably killed him on Sunday to have to run the ball 22 times. But when your running backs are running the way they are, to me, I feel like you just need to commit a little more. And on top of that, noticing that your quarterback is kind of struggling, bro. Like for real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious. I know Kevin O'Connell, I think he wants to be right so bad to where he's anxious. You know what I mean? Like he's anxious. He don't want to just go into the run so much because he wants to be right about JJ McCarthy. So he wants to keep throwing. I'm gonna show y'all this kid got an arm and this, that, and the third. Bro, listen, relax. We have time. Let's win some football games, especially right now when we're hanging on by a thread of the playoffs. I mean, playoffs, we probably shouldn't even be talking about playoffs, but like you still mathematically were in it, especially if you would have won yesterday. The Lions winded up losing. I mean, everything played in your favor. You all you had to do was handle the business in front of you, and you had an opportunity to run this team to death, bruh. Again, the Ravens and the Bears, you could have ran the ball and you could have absolutely beat both of those teams easily with the way those running backs were running. Period. That's just what it is.
You know, in my opinion, I like because we all know what KLC is. Even coming in, we knew what kind of play caller KLC was. He was a pass-heavy play caller. So he's going to pass the ball more than he runs. But he doubled up the run production or the run reps. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I liked what I saw out of it. I still want us to throw the ball. Obviously, your two probably best weapons, Addison and Justin Jefferson, you got to throw them the ball. So if you want to get those game changers in the game, you're going to kind of have to throw the ball a little more than you may want to. So yeah. I'm cool as long as it's 20 plus runs a game, especially in a game that, I mean, we're down double digits the majority of that second half. I understand we want to run, but we're down double digits. We kind of got to pass a little more. So I'm not too mad at not having more run reps. 22 run reps is fine for me. Between Aaron Jones, he's going to get in the pass game as well. 20 to 25, 26, 27, I think that should be or what we should expect for a good game plan from KOC. But I like the game or the play calling this game. We had an opportunity to win even with the terrible gameplay with JJ McCarthy. Offensive line, kind of flying under the radar here, has played really, really well since JJ McCarthy's been back. I think they've been playing really good, but really good in this game. I don't think, did we give up a sack? I think maybe we gave up one sack. I'm not too sure, but I didn't see a lot of QB hits on JJ McCarthy. I saw a couple, but for the most part, he was clean in the pocket. I didn't see him running as much. I seen him kind of looking to get the ball out a little more than actually taking off and running. And maybe that was a point of topic this week in practice to the where KLC was saying, look, we're developing these plays. You can't just take off and run. We want you to let these routes develop. So maybe that was something they worked on this week in practice. But we did have a lot of drops as well. Jordan Addison had 2 big drops. I think Justin Jefferson had a drop. You had TJ Hawkinson with 2 drops. Like we had some really bad drops in this game as well. But I think it's gonna get better. In my opinion, I think it's gonna get better.
I look at I look at the Bears. The Bears ran the ball 42 times yesterday. All right. And that explains why the fuck they beat us the way they did, bruh. Like, that's why they had us the whole entire game, and it was pretty much bleeding us out, especially in the second half.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious, man. Smart coaches gonna do smart shit. I mean, that's just what it is, man. Smart coaches. Ben, shout out to Ben Johnson, because he noticed that we couldn't stop the run and he started just pounding it, and that's what happened, and it bled us out. And it was the worst way to lose, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Wasn't watching that last drive the most painful shit, when you know that your team isn't about to stop, and the whole world knows that you're about to hand the ball off, but it doesn't matter because your team is just going to say, bruh, it doesn't matter that you understand we're running and you know we're running. Yeah, we're still going. You're not stopping us from getting this first down. And that's what happened to us. I want to do that to other teams. We have the running backs to do it. Why is it third? Why are you 3rd and 2 going for 30, going for 40, going for 50? It doesn't have to be like that. I mean, listen, he wants to always talk about this extension to the run game. You know what I mean? Like, he gotta throw that in there, extension to the run game. Bro, listen, you either running the ball or you not. And if you not, then you need to be doing quick passes. If you want to call that shit an extension to the run game, Kevin O'Connor, to make you feel better, then so be it. But we need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's start doing that consistent. Did you see a quick pass yesterday? Or did you see a JJ McCarthy throwing goddamn 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 yards at every damn attempt, bruh? It just doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah, well, to run the ball like we want to run the ball, we got to be up in games. We're always behind. We're always coming back, or we're always in a tight game. Tight game, yes, you run the ball. But if you're down, you can't really run the ball like you want to. This is a team that plays their best when they're up in a game. So if we get off to a hot start in a game, like we did against the Detroit Lions, like we did against the Cincinnati Bengals, that is where KOC and this play calling, where this run game can actually look like we want it to look, this defense really getting after it like we're expecting them to, that's when this team plays the best. So we got to be able to get a lead and keep a lead. We haven't really had the opportunity to do that this year. And the times that we have did it, we've beat the Lions. I mean, we whooped the Bengals' ass, but we're not putting weight in that one, really. But outside of that, these were all kind of games that we kind of had to struggle through and fight through, to where we're either coming from behind, or it's a game that we can't really run the ball because the clock's against us. So this team is, you'll see if we can get a lead, and hopefully it's this week against the Packers, that would be great. But if we can get a lead and actually run the ball, I think we're going to be able to see what we are expecting out of this team and this run game and this offensive line and this defense. We just haven't been able to see that. We haven't been given that opportunity to run the ball like we planned to. Because remember, after last season, the topic was we need to be able to just run the ball down teams' throats and close them out. Because KOC was so confident in his passing game and his play calling and his weapons that it's like, okay, we're going to have a lead. We're going to put up points. But when we're up, we need to be able to drain the clock and really break their will. And we haven't been able to do that.
Well, again, right, we took the lead at the end of the game with 50 seconds left, right?
Yeah.
And a part of that is because, again, you throw in the ball. You should have ran the ball so that you could take more time off the clock. Then we wouldn't have been in the situation. I mean, yes, the special teams folded, but still yet, once again, bad clock management. You scored too quick. When we scored that touchdown, I was like, bro, that was too fast. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It was too fast, bro.
But when you're struggling all game to get in the end zone, you gotta take a touchdown when you can get a touchdown, right? Like,
no, you don't. You still have to be smart about it, though. You still have to be smart about it. If you leave too much time on the clock, 50 seconds for a team that only needs a field goal, it would be different if they needed a field goal to tie the game. But like, they need a field goal to win the game. You still have to have some type of plan. I mean, that was a 30-yard, that was a 20-plus yard pass, I believe, right? Like at least 15, 20-yard pass.
Yeah,
like you could have ran the ball. You could have ran the ball at least one more time and chewed some more clock, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
I got to disagree with you on that one.
Well, that's why we ended up where we ended up. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. The special team coverage is where we ended up. Because look, if the special teams just stays in their lanes, the Bears get the ball at the 25-ish yard line, give or take. Our defense is playing great outside of stopping the situational run. We're great against the pass. Caleb Williams' completion percentage was worse than J.J. McCarthy's in this game. Our pass defense played really good in this game. You trust your defense. We've been playing good all game against the pass and Caleb Williams. So you take the touchdown when you can take it. If now, granted, if we're down a field goal and you can tie it up, you're not taking necessarily that quote unquote risk in throwing the ball because you know you're in field goal range. You can at least tie it up, take it to overtime at home, and you know, whatever happens, happens. But you're down 6 points. You need a touchdown. If you see an opportunity, if it was 1st and 10, if you see an opportunity for a play call where it's I got 1-on-1 with Jordan Addison, or I have 2-on-1, which is what they had with Jordan Addison, and I think it was T.J. Hawkinson on the inside of Jordan Addison, where that safety had to pick one, and he came up and he decided to shadow more T.J. Hawkinson and left Jordan Addison up. You got to take that touchdown when you have the opportunity to do, because your quarterback has been struggling all game. Take the touchdown when you can and rely on your defense. But we weren't able to rely on our defense because our special teams shit the bed.
Yep. Yeah. That's how it happens, man.
Because they can't run the ball on that drive. If they need to drive it downfield for a field, they got to throw it. So our weakness of stopping the run is null and void. They got to throw it.
Yeah, I'm still on the train of the ball should have been controlled a little bit more on the ground. That's the train I'm on, man. I'm sticking to it over and over again. I feel like it cost us. Did he do better this game? Yeah. You know what I mean? I'll give him he did a little bit better, but he didn't do good enough. That's just my opinion. He didn't do good
Nobody did good enough. We lost the game. Nobody.
Yeah, no, he didn't do good enough, right? When you got to run it back, Jordan Mason, I know somebody in the chat said we should draft Julian Love from Notre Dame. Why? Why would we draft a running back? Like, what's the point? Ain't no need to draft. We ain't gonna use him. As long as KOC is the head coach, do not spend a high draft pick on a running back. That would be the worst thing ever to do. Just doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't. Jordan Mason was brought here to get 3 yards again, 3 carries a game. Let that sink in. You know what I'm saying? That shit wild, bro.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing improvement. Let's see what we get against the Packers. Hopefully, we're trending in the right direction.
Yeah,
another positive, though. Dallas Turner played a really good game in absence of Jonathan Grenard. Mm-hmm. So, hey, look, there's some positives in this game, believe it or not. But moving on, we'll just touch real quick on this Green Bay game, go over our picks, and then wrap things up here. But we go to Lambeau next week against the Packers. What's your expectation in this game, if we have any expectation?
I mean, the Packers have shown that they aren't a great team. You know what I mean? Like, they're not a great team, so they're beatable. And the Minnesota Vikings this year, I think it's going to be one of those type seasons where we fuck around and we'll beat the Packers. We'll probably upset the Seahawks, you know what I mean? But then we'll lose to the Commanders and lose. I mean, it's just going to be one of those type deals. So, like, I think it's a winnable game.
Yeah, they may be out without Josh Jacobs as well, and that's a big hit for them. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go to Lambeau and win this game. I wouldn't be surprised if J.J. McCarthy goes out there and has a good game, and we're all sitting here talking about, like, he's improved. This is what we're expecting from J.J. McCarthy. He beat the Packers in Lambeau, and we're all having a joyful time. But I also wouldn't be surprised if we go out there and we lay an egg at Lambeau and we get ran off the field. So it's the endless possibilities of the Minnesota Vikings, of the 2025 Minnesota Vikings. So either way, I do expect a good game. Packers Vikings is always a fight. So
yeah, it is. I think we can win. It's a winnable game. So that's the silver lining, or the purple lining that we like to call it. But I mean, it's a winnable game, man. Really, my main thing is I just want to see J.J. McCarthy take a step forward. I think he took a couple steps back this last game against the Bears. So I just want to see him kind of take some steps forward, man. Go off for a game, man. You know what I mean? Like and turnovers, man. Like, bro, like you got to cut down on the turnovers, man. I mean, it got to be cut down on. I don't understand I don't know what you got to do, but you got to do something. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you, we cannot have another 2 interception game because you're just not gonna win football games like that, bro. I don't care. No matter, I don't care if it's his 5th game or I don't care if it's his 5th game. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those deals where it's like, bro, this dude cannot turn that ball over, man. He has to go out there and be efficient with the football, protect the football, man. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's number 1. Mechanics and protect the football, absolutely. So we'll see. Yeah. Should be a good game. But let's get to our picks. I don't have the games for next week in front of me. I think since Randy's not here, we'll just take a week off as far as the picks go. But I do have the results for the picks of last week. And I think this happened last year when Randy didn't show up for a show. Randy had his best week this week, and he's not here to bask in it. I think this exact same thing happened last season, and he wasn't here to bask in it. So I don't know. Randy, I don't know what's going on. But Tampa Bay at Buffalo, we all picked Buffalo. Carolina at Atlanta. Randy was the only one to pick Carolina. Chicago at Minnesota. Randy was the only one to pick Chicago. So that curse is over with. We thought if you picked Chicago, we'd actually win, but so long to that. Chargers at Jacksonville. Rap, you're the only one that picked the Chargers. They got ran out the stadium. Seattle at the Rams. I was the only one to pick Seattle, so Rap and Randy got that point. KC at Denver. We all picked KC. Lost that. And then Detroit at Philly. Rap, you're the only one to pick Philly. So points from this week. 2 for me, 3 for Rap, and 5 for Randy.
Let's go, man. Look at Randy trying to make a comeback. He's still probably way back there, but trying to make a little comeback.
So if we're doing this, you had 3. So Rap, you're at 27. I'm at 24. And Randy is at 24. All right. Things are getting tight. Randy,
you say that, but I've had a 3-game lead damn near the whole time. I'm cruising. I'm cruising to the championship. You feel me? Ain't no tight. I'm cruising to the championship.
Enjoy it while you can, pal. All right. So, but yeah, man. Anything you want to leave the people with before we get out of here? Get back to this Monday night game and hopefully get ready for it against the Pack.
Yeah, man. Just hey, look. Vikings fans, Purple Gang Nation, and specifically, just make sure we just stick to our guns. Let's be patient, and patience is a virtue, man. We just have to give our boy some time, man. A lot of people hate him. A lot of people want to see him fail. They taking a victory laps this week, and that's cool. Let him do that. But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you right now, I got a good feeling that we will get the last laugh when it comes to 9, just because I know what he's made of. And it's hard for me to know about 9 and then not believe that he can be good in this league, bro. Like, for real, it just doesn't make sense. So I think this is just something that we're going through as a fan base because our expectations were super high, especially coming off of a 14-win season last season with Sam Darnold playing the way he was playing. It just looks weird right now. It does. It looks weird. And we're going to judge every little thing with JJ, but it's his 5th game. Regardless, it's his 5th game. All right. Just let that sink. It's his 5th game, bro. 5. Okay. Let's let some shit play out. Let's give it to the end of the season. And then when the off season, we'll talk about it a little more, man. Get ready to crank up this week. FTP week. You already know what time it is, man. We still a regular schedule programming, man. Ain't nothing changed. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, you beat the Packers here. You're feeling a lot better. So
and you back in it. You back in it, technically.
The word of the day, and I know you guys hate it. It's patience. The word of the season is patience, y'all. And best part, y'all ain't got a motherfucking choice. You got to be patient.
We signed up for this, bro. We always asking for this. Remember mock draft season, everybody?
Exactly.
Quarterback. We need a quarterback. Yeah, there you go.
Don't ask for this.
We got a quarterback. We got a young quarterback. We got a 22-year-old quarterback running the team, bro. This is what it is. For anybody who expected him to come in and be already veteran Tom Brady is crazy, bro. Like if that was your expectation, because the haters, that was their expectations. That was their vision. The realistic Vikings fans, we knew better than that. But the haters expected him to come in and be Tom Brady, polished Tom Brady at that. You know what I mean? Like coming right in and just throwing 400 yards, not losing. Like, come on, man. Let's be realistic here, man. Hey, look, it's been ugly, but it'll get better.
Yeah. Patience. Patience. How do you spell it? Patince? Patient.
Yeah. CE. Yep.
Yeah.
Good job, man. You won a spelling bee, man. Congratulations, man.
Yay.
Valedictorian.
The Purple Parlor spelling bee champ over here. So, appreciate you guys for tapping in, man. As always, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are about 100-ish subscribers away from 1,000. So that's our goal. We're trying to hit that hopefully by the end of the season. That'd be great. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get your notifications when we go live. And obviously follow us on TikTok at Purple Parlor 4 and on Instagram at Purple Parlor 1. Man, great show. Purple Parlor episode 50. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. It is your boy SK with Rap. Randy will be back next week. Skull Vikes, beat these Pats.